Elizabeth, and we are back with episode 2 of Captis Chats. Today I have my co-host Zeno here, and some of the Fast Forza team. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Zeno. I'm your co-host, and Fast Forza, go ahead.
So I'm a lot of people know me as Zay, but my Instagram is xzayxay or just Zay basically. I'm one of the leads from Fast Forza, and then with us I have Lloyd and Chio.
Yeah, I'm Lloyd. My username on Instagram is Lloyd_FF. I've been part of Fast Forza for more than a year now, and it's still is a great pleasure. Yeah, I'm here to answer all your questions today.
All right, on with the questions. We'll start off with the LC.
All right.
Hey guys.
Oh, sorry, Chio.
Yeah, I just forgot about it. You don't need him.
Chioki Zone here. Chioki Zone on Instagram as well. I've been part of Fast Forza for more than a year, I think. I'm one of the few who's been here for a very long time.
Okay.
Sick. And for people watching the Twitch or watching this back on YouTube, you are watching Zeno's screen, and they are obviously playing Forza.
Forza Horizon 4. There you go. I'm joined by Zay. We're gonna be cruising around Britain, seeing some great snowy landscapes.
My homeland.
Yeah,
My
Joe's homeland.
And they didn't introduce me, but I'm Joe, the Captis CEO. So I'll be in the background and ask me a few questions because I'm super interested to hear from Fast Forza and how they built their team and what their plans for the future are. So yeah.
All right. So the first question we had for you: what was your inspiration for starting Fast Forza?
So I've really personally I didn't make the team. It was Fast Forza himself, but if I were to answer the question for him, but I feel like if I were to answer the question just based on a group of people with a common interest. That's what we've always said is with a common interest. That's what we've always. And so we wanted to kind of just bring people together. Hey, we like taking pictures on a video game. Let's do it together and have fun and help each other, show each other what somebody else does, and just kind of build a group of friends type deal. And from that, we've gained around 6,000 followers on the team page, and then all of the people we've had throughout the almost 2 years now that the team has been a thing, because I believe it was around February, March of 2019 when he started the team. And so it's really just been hanging out, making friends, making more friends within the community, even if they aren't part of our team, and just having fun, basically.
So when did you end up joining the team?
I joined the team around April, May of 2019. I could look and see the exact date on my Instagram, but it was around then. And I just, the entire time I've had fun with them. I have nothing to say that I haven't really hated about the team. Everything's been great.
I'm calling cab right now.
Why won't you explain? Okay, let's hear about you. How did you join?
Nah.
Come on.
Oh yeah. I mean, for me, it was kind of the weird thing. I was, playing Forza and taking like screenshots and stuff for a good while before I actually started like posting stuff. The thing is, I did like photography and editing and graphic design for way longer than I, actually posted Forza. And yeah, so I decided, the account I'm posting on right now used to be actually my personal Instagram account. I was like, I don't really need a personal one, so just start posting Forza pictures. And for some reason, it started gaining track, and I was like, okay. So I kept doing it, and then around, I think I had like 280 or 300 followers. And I was in my first team called Phantom Media. I think they actually disbanded. They don't exist anymore. But Frankie, so Fast Forza hit me up in the DMs, and I was like, yo, I like your stuff. You want to join Fast Forza? And I was like, yeah, sure. And from there on, from I think 300 followers, I went up to 4,000 just today. So it's been great the entire time I've been here. Met amazing people. I mean, obviously, some people come, some people go because, they don't like doing it anymore, or they get bored, burn out. We all know this type of feeling. But all the people I've met over, it's a bit over a year now. We've all been amazing and still are amazing. We have some people that have been there way, way longer than me and still are in the team, and they're still, active every single day in the chat. It's awesome to have fun with them and to talk, just to vibe and give people, advice, talk about pictures and whatnot.
It's actually one of our questions that we had for you. How was the chemistry in the team? How do you guys, how are you getting along so well? And how do you guys solve, like, if there's any complications? Like, how do you guys go about that?
Oh yeah, we just duel with pistols. We just
Expecting to get that
1v1.
answer.
If anyone talks any mess about like each other within the team, we just kick them. No, I'm playing. We honestly we have a like we try to bond as well as we possibly can, and honestly, we like love each other. We have multiple different chats. So we have our post chat, so where we send our posts to each other. We have just our basic like hangout chat where it's just you go in there and it's just we're being goofy all the time, just vibing, having fun. And then we have our actual photography chat where we discuss our photography stuff. And so not everybody is super active. Everybody has their own lives, but when we're in the chats, we're always having fun. Somebody's making jokes, being mammoth, or making fun of each other, just random things, and we just have fun. And that's really what it's about, is a group of us having fun together, growing together, and making friends. And then just that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
And
great mindset to go with it, because
and
yeah.
if we do have issues, then like we try and solve it the best way possible. And I've always said, hey, if you have an issue with somebody, take it to their DMs and talk to them about it. Don't
Okay.
make a bigger deal about it in our team chat or in other chats,
Mm.
because we all know everybody, all the kids in the community have 30 different group chats with all of their different friends throughout the Forza community. And so somebody says something in one chat and then somebody gets a, oh, this person's like this, but when in reality, you can just fix it within your DMs. And so, if we have an issue within the team, I tend to always, if they come to me about it, I tend to always make a group chat with me and then the two people and say, hey, look, y'all need to hash this stuff out right now. If you can't, then we are going to have a bigger issue, and that's not what we're trying to accomplish here. So let's talk this out here and get it over with.
So it never really goes up to you guys, does it? Because they're conditioned to hash it out within themselves.
There's obviously times where somebody will say something and then like they won't like each other, and then one of us does have to get involved. But I don't think it happens a lot. There's been a select few people that we have had or we still have where they have caused issues and we've had to fix it, but it's not like it's
It's
a
nothing
weekly
severe,
occurrence.
if you will. It's just
Yeah.
like basic stuff. But it's like they said, it's rare that we as leaders have to, I guess, step in to put a stop to it. It's mostly it's not like real bad issues. It's mostly just like like I don't even know. It's really small stuff, and most of the time you can just say, hey guys, sort it out, or do whatever, but don't put it on the team. Sort it out between yourselves, and that's it. I think we're all mature enough to, if we have issues, to just openly talk about it.
Yeah.
And maybe find a solution. If we don't, then you just I guess the best solution in that case would be to just like not talk anymore. But we basically never had that issue before inside the team, so I'm actually pretty happy about that.
That's one of our points. I mean, you said you expect your members to have a level of maturity. I have a question in that sense of how do you go about recruitment those members? Like, how do you go about recruiting them and having them in, and what's the vetting process? Like, what do you guys look for and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. So basically, we never really recruit anybody that like straight up asks, "Can I join it?"
Yeah.
For us, we have this leads chat where all the leads and obviously Fast Forza themselves in there. And since Fast Forza is the only one that can actually invite people to the group chat and make them an official member, what we basically do is, as leads, we take feedback from the members themselves, or maybe just our own. You know, if we like members, we send profiles to the chat, talk about them. You know, make suggestions for new members. You know, post into the leads chat. You know, talk about, hey, this is great, this is not so great. You know, we always look for people that haven't reached their full potential yet, that always can improve. And at the same time, obviously the content is important. Like that's no question. You need to have a certain, I guess, a level of content, but it doesn't need to be the best of the best. It just needs to be at a certain level. What we are looking for is an active person, or, you know, someone that's active in the community, that is not necessarily well known, but, you know, liked, and is just as a mature person in himself, and someone that you can talk with about basically anything. You just needs to fit, I guess, the chemistry inside the team. It's just not every single person that fits this.
That's a good way to go.
And then
about it,
as we're choosing them as well. So like if we say, hey, okay, let's reach out to this person. So for example, let's just say I wanted to, if Lloyd wasn't on the team, and I said, okay, hey, let's actually, if we agreed in the team or in the leads chat, let's reach out to Lloyd. We would talk to him, say, hey, so we've been discussing maybe adding new members to our team, and we would want you to join our team if you would want to. But then if they say yes, then okay, we then at that, well, so if they say no, we say, hey, okay, we understand that maybe you don't want to be on a team, or you just want to go solo, and we just leave it there. Now if they say yes, then it's not like, okay, awesome, let's add you to the team right now. We still go and explain to them about the whole, how I talked about not causing drama, creating if you do have an issue, going and or working that out in DMs with that person, and just kind of explaining to them our expectations within the team, and then explain to them the chats we have, and kind of just giving them a feel of the team before they are actually with us, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. So
one of the other tips too is that we tend not to reach out to people that are already in a team, because that could cause conflict.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
yeah, you're kind of like keeping it like within yourselves. I get that.
Yeah.
Kind of like going off of that, and like trying to keep the team more just like involved with themselves. How would you describe your team like atmosphere and the chemistry? You touched on this a little bit already, but if you want to like go more in depth on that a little bit.
So honestly, we are jokesters. Like if we go in a team chat, I shouldn't say we talk trash to each other, but we joke on each other all the time. For like example, if Mammoth sends a post, I'll tell him his post is trash. When in reality, after I say his post is trash, I'll actually say, okay, hey, maybe tweak this, or just kind of talk about the post. But then like even like people like Chironade Reese. We have a joke because of his accent. When he says the F word, it sounds like FOOK. So I call him you folk all the time, just because we have fun with each other, you know. And we always joke around, but it's not like we're actually trying to offend each other. It's all love at the end.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I really do love that. And I want to jump in a little bit. And I want to say, like, building this app and seeing all the communities coming into VP and discovering that scene, you guys have, you're one of the largest teams within VP, and that comes with car photography being one of the biggest communities within VP as well that I've found. And I love what you guys have managed to achieve, and I wanted to hear, like, where do you guys think the community is going? Like, what would you like to see come of the community, and how big do you see you guys potentially getting? Like, what would you like to see in the future?
I mean, as a, when it comes to, especially to branching out, probably, obviously, yeah, of course, the team is called Fast Forza, but I think everyone's kind of saw that we're not only doing Forza anymore. We're doing Need for Speed, Assetto Corsa, other racing games. We have, for example, Neon Tails in the team. He does a lot of cyberpunk stuff and Drive Club and all these things. And I think it's important to always, not do one thing and be stuck on it for the rest of your life. Especially right now with Forza Horizon 4 not really being the newest game anymore, and obviously a new Forza will come around anytime soon. I guess.
A
I
new
hope.
Horizon
I don't
isn't
know.
gonna be here for a while. We know that.
Yeah, but like Horizon maybe not, but Motorsport is
Motorsport.
coming
Yeah.
soon-ish, I guess. But
That's more
that's what I'm
niche
saying
than
is
Horizon. Yeah, definitely.
exactly. People in the team are basically shooting all types of different games. This is what I like, and I think the name sometimes can be confusing since it's called Fast Forza, and then you see someone in the team being like, "Oh yeah, I'm shooting Cyberpunk today."
Mhm.
But the thing is, this is also what I like because the diversity inside the team is just great, and I think this is what makes it so special is that that there's so many different people with so many different specialities. Need for Speed, Assetto Corsa, Cyberpunk. We have people that shoot completely different games that have nothing to do with car photography, and seeing all this content. Sometimes that stuff doesn't even get posted because they think it's not worth. But seeing all of this stuff, just for me, for example, it's I see all the different people posting the cool things, and I get inspired by it. And I think this is what makes kind of also the team chemistry pretty great because it's just you see a lot of different things, you get a lot of different inspiration, and you try out a lot more new things. And so the team, kind of branches out in all different directions. And I think
Yeah.
I
the
absolutely
future,
love that.
Yeah,
and I
same.
think the future with Captis is definitely a great thing because
It's as if like your
kind of
members
going
are-
off of that and like how you're saying you're trying to branch out in different games. Have you ever considered expanding Fast Forza out of cars entirely and like starting to include other things such as like portraits
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like
So
action shots or anything?
yeah, like another team, probably like a subsection of some sort.
So personally, within the team, we haven't discussed that. But kind of to go on the original question of like where do we see ourselves? What do we think the future holds? Personally, I think the sky is the limit. I did a calculation the other day, just kind of wondering about it, and all of our team combined with all of our members plus the team page, we have over 100,000 followers combined. And yes, a lot of those are like repeats where a whole bunch of people from the community follow all of us, and so those numbers repeat over. So of course it would be less, but I think the sky is the limit simply because we are growing, and I think a lot of people like Forza. Like there's random YouTubers that you've never seen play Forza, but they love Forza. And then there's just regular people that, oh hey, I love car pictures. And I've seen all the time that there's people that don't know if a picture is Forza or not. And so I think we have the room to grow as far as we want for anything, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Captis. I think there's just room to grow through. I mean, where we have hundred thousands of followers and we're maybe big YouTube channels if that's where the path takes us. But we started at nothing basically, where it was just hey, a couple kids wanting to hang out with each other and take pictures and talk on Instagram. And so I think the sky is the limit at the end of the day. Like for me, I have Don Joe One Song likes most of my pictures and follows me. Just simply, I didn't do anything. I didn't ask him to follow me anything. I just think some people love each other, and he's one of the most known people within the Forza community. And so, honestly, I think the sky is the limit.
Yeah, for perspective for Joe and Elsie, I think he's worked with Forza themselves, right? John Juan, he's worked with he's worked with Turn 10, the developers. So he's a big deal, definitely. And it's crazy that he's a supporter of you guys. It just shows to how influential you guys have become over the years. That's commendable, definitely. Yeah, but Elsie, you have anything else before I get into the more spicy questions?
I don't think so. I think we kind of touched on everything that I had.
Yeah. So so one last question that I have. So since you said that the sky's the limit, is there any specific plans you guys have long term that considers Fast Forza, as a team? Any long-term plans?
So personally with me, like I haven't had I haven't thought like deep into it. For me myself, I do this for fun. I do this for fun. I do it to have friends that I can hop on Instagram and talk with. And yes, we're building a community, but I'm not personally right now. I'm not giving all of my effort to it. I have a lot of personal things that are going on as well, so I can't give my full 1,000 to just this community. But I think as far as Fast Forza himself, I know he's been trying to stream sometimes and make YouTube videos. So I think he would want to expand his brand to even TikTok. I think he has almost 100,000 followers on TikTok at the moment.
Yeah, he does for no
And
reason
so,
at all.
Yeah,
he just
That's
posts. He
amazing.
literally posts random shit, and it's just like, bro has 100,000 followers.
Yeah,
And
that
so
platform is a bit crazy.
Yeah,
I think
the growth.
as far as the name Fast Forza and him himself, I think he would love to expand to other platforms such as YouTube or Twitch, which we're on right now. And so I that's the future as far as now. And also Captis app. I feel like y'all's app is great because yeah, we have Instagram, but Instagram is, I mean, for everything. There's nothing you don't see on Instagram, and I think having something that more like what's the word I'm looking for?
More tailored to your experience.
Yeah, it's more tailored to us gamers and us virtual photographers and us people that want to make clips. Just like, right, like I've never wanted to post clips on my Instagram, but I feel like stupid stuff that me and Zon do where we find a under the map glitch and we're falling through the map with each other and trying to drive
That's
over
perfect.
it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we
I
do.
feel like that would
I
be
even
fun.
have a Forza Motorsport glitch falling through the map posted on my Captis profile.
Mhm.
It was one of my first posts.
I think that stuff would be great to have where it, like you said, it's tailored to us more as a whole because on Instagram, everybody's going on Instagram looking at Instagram models or Instagram influencers. You on Instagram, if you're looking at car stuff, the hard thing for us is most people are like, oh hey, I want to see people with their cars IRL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're just, oh hey, you take pictures of cars that you can't own. Like I've had that said to me so many times, and I'm like, okay, so I can't have a page for something I like to do, you know? And I think on Captis, more people that are going to be on there will be looking for more of or I should say, they more understand that, okay, we're more tailored to gaming and they're going to be expecting gaming. You know what I mean?
Something I love that you just touched on as well is they kind of expect in real life car photography, and in my opinion, I'm not a part of the car photography community, so it's difficult for me to say this. But what I feel like is that the reason that the VP car scene is so big is that the quality of the games now are so close to being in real life that the crossover between real life car photographers and VP car photographers is just getting closer and closer. And for me, like I feel like the reason it's one of the largest communities is that maybe it's because that crossover is so close that it's easy to onboard people that enjoy looking at real life car photography and have ventured into VP car photography. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's something that
we definitely
I feel like
noticed
I've
that.
noticed.
Yeah, I mean, especially with
So,
Gran Turismo.
In my opinion, especially with Forza and Need for Speed, I think the main part is that if you are, like, I guess the majority of the community is, I guess, on the younger side, I guess between 14 and 17. And, obviously at that age, you cannot own a Bugatti, right? Or you cannot own a Lamborghini. And if you, as a young guy, for example, I was always a car guy. I always dreamed of, owning, a supercar or something like that, or hypercar now. And just having the ability, like you said, with the games looking so good at this point, to shoot these cars and make them basically look real with the right amount of editing is, I think, kind of the main part why people are getting so fascinated by it. Because if you do it right, some pictures in the community, I have to take a second look at it to actually realize, wait, this is a game. This is not like
Yeah, it's insane.
from somewhere. And I think this is what makes it so great too. Not just the fact that they're basically similar to the real life aspect, but also because you can live out the fantasy. You can in Forza you can throw a Bugatti through a wheat field, or you can drive a Huracan on a highway, which in real life not many of us can actually do, and then have pictures taken of it. So I think this is also a big aspect. You creating something in your mind, and then bringing it to an art piece and posting it to people for them to see what you created. You know what I mean? And this is, I think, the biggest part for me personally, why I do it, because I have these ideas, and just to see them flourish and to see them actually being created makes me, I guess, happy. And then I want to share with people, and then I see, hey, people like it, so I kept doing it.
It's incredible.
That's one of my.
Yeah.
It couldn't be a double-edged sword if you think about it, because is realism one of you guys' biggest motivators? Because as realism can go, we've seen with the community, realism can get very repetitive, especially in Forza when there's limitations there by the graphics engine, by the art style of Forza, where you get to a point in editing that you guys start to feel the repetitiveness of the techniques you guys use. So that's why, I mean, you guys have already said that you guys have diversified your content, like the place you get it from, the games. But is that one of you guys' concerns when it comes to producing? Because you guys are very consistent. So being in theme with that, is that one of you guys' concern recently about getting repetitive in terms of what you do?
I guess I have a different view on this, because, for example, when I started doing Forza, I had this this certain style, and I guess I was kind of fresh at the time, because my page started to, I guess, blow up pretty fast, like faster than other people did in the community at the time around my size. And obviously, it's normal in art, design, and photography for people to try out your style just to learn how to get better and how to do different things, right? But I realized after doing it for a while, people started to straight up just copy the style. So I always want my stuff to, I guess, stick out, because I want things to be something I uniquely created, and then people come along and kind of like take the style and try to copy it, don't really do it the right way. I mean, I appreciate it, it's still cool, but at the same time I want my stuff to be something special. So I always try to, and I think this is my biggest thing for the future. I always sort of try to I don't know, like, develop my style further. For example, I switched from darker brown tones to really saturated oranges and teals now. And I think it makes, now that I look at it, the older pictures, they look kind of dull compared to my new, in quotation marks, style. And yeah, just like for me, it's the way I take pictures and the way I edit them, just to evolve and bring this further is, I guess, the plan for my future for right now. So seeing people, starting to catch on to the style and then copy, and maybe not like directly copy it, but like trying it out for themselves. I sort of appreciate it, but I also, I don't know, I don't really like it if they try to do it just one on one, like exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that comes into
And this
question with
is,
like Lightroom presets and everything, because that's another point of contention that I've seen brought up. It's a fair criticism that I think that should be brought up. It's just people saying that you guys can't be using like streamlining your editing by using a preset from other people, just
So here's my thing about
yeah.
that. With the whole editing and all of the presets and just all of it as a whole, where you're saying this stuff get repetitive.
Mhm.
The really to not be repetitive and not get talked about, or like saying, oh, you guys can't do this, you guys can't do that. We sit and try to figure out new things all the time, and like photoshopping wheels onto your car, using 100 exposure in game and still making it look good, using 0 exposure in game and still making it look good, trying to take a night picture and slam my Audi R8 in the middle of nowhere, and just random things to have fun. And so I think when you do that and you try to change things and do things differently, for example, one of the things I did was always I like to do headlight edits where I only use like the LED bars of the headlights. So I'll take a picture with the headlights on and then another picture with the headlights off. And then I'll basically combine them and only have the bar section of the headlights on there.
Also like DRLs and
so,
stuff. The daylight
yeah,
running lights.
and so
That's
I'll
pretty
do
cool.
that, and then I'll go and change the color of the headlights, and I found that to be different than other people. And then also 100 exposure at night. I love taking pictures at 100 exposure at night in the city up in the north part of the game. And so just trying out different things is a big thing within not becoming too repetitive. Now, like for example, Fast Forza tells me all the time, he's like, bro, you literally only take pictures with 5 different cars. You know what I mean? But I still try to change the pictures,
Okay.
you know what I mean? To where I'm not taking 19 pictures in the same spot. Now, I will be honest, I love my reflections at the beach in Fortune Island, but I try not to do that every single time. So with being repetitive, you just gotta try new things, really. And then when it comes to editing, I feel like the whole Forza community has always been put down and said, "Oh, hey, y'all just have perfect lighting. It's easy for y'all to take pictures." When in reality,
It's hard.
not easy at
Yeah,
all.
I've done a
Because
little before, so you
yeah,
don't always get
and
perfect lighting. It depends on the
like
weather.
I won't throw
Mm.
shade on the newer accounts because we've all been there. I can go look back at my old edits and say I was fucking terrible. But
or your edits right now, yeah.
from yeah, of course yours too. But from the very beginning, when you first start to when you're really good, you're completely different. Like your edits, everything, your in-game settings, everything is completely different, and it's really a lot of work to learn and a lot of work to get good pictures. And so I think people shouldn't say, "Oh, y'all have it easy. Oh, y'all just kind of steal what IRL people do, but y'all do it in perfect lighting." When in reality, Forza lighting is trash
It really
sometimes.
is.
You
It
gotta
really is.
Mm.
I can back him up on that.
I mean, like
Yep.
I don't take pictures unless I'm in one of like a race that somebody has made specifically for lighting. You know what I mean? And so it's a tough thing, and I think a lot of people should get their credit for what they do, really, because even though it seems easy compared to some games, like well, I mean, as a whole, honestly, the virtual photography community, things are not easy. I've watched people do Assetto Corsa and Need for Speed, and I'm just like, fuck that, I'm not doing that because it's so much work. But I think at the end of the day, they do some very crazy and nice things because it takes work. You can't just go into Need for Speed and take nice pictures. You got to do a lot to get
Yeah,
there.
I'm the guy
And
to
so,
know. Definitely.
yeah. And so I think
But
Uh-huh.
I love
giving
that though as well
credit.
because you see so much creative work come out of that. And if I'm talking about Cyberpunk right now, I've seen so many people complain about the photo mode and how it's restricted to the character and there's not too much free movement. But you see some incredible because of those restrictions, you see such creative content come out of it, and it actually makes it in some terms it makes better content. But I understand the restrictions and how it
Oh,
might.
Joe, there are a few mods out there for PC. Remove the restriction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of
Also,
people getting around that.
also one really big thing is I've seen just the other day one of the kids within the community, Fluxlight. I don't know if y'all know who
I
he
know who
is.
he
We were
is.
in we were in Discord, and this kid was actually like rendering and like in some 3D software. I don't know what he was doing.
Probably
I
Keyshot.
have no idea.
Probably Keyshot.
But he was making a wheel for the car in game that he was going to take pictures of. And I mean,
Wow.
like that's just
It's probably Blender or Keyshot. If he's making the wheel, it's on Blender. If he's putting it on the car, it's Keyshot. But yeah, it's.
probably I have no
Let me
idea.
tell
But
you,
yeah.
it's a lot easier than you think. If it's Blender, it's hard. But if it's Keyshot, it's super easy. It's not.
But either way, that's talent.
It's talent,
A
yeah.
lot of people know how to do that. So
It's talent how you compose it, but it's not. It's compared to Gran Turismo Scapes. A lot of people have talked about Scapes not being real talent. if you think about it like that, Keyshot takes actual like talent for you to compose the shot well. But I think you guys were around when Scapes the whole drama with that happened, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so
I didn't really get
Yeah,
into it.
I think Lloyd remembers, but it's
Yeah.
Keyshot's becoming the new Scapes where people are once they learn about how easy it is, they'll definitely start speaking out against it. But I mean, I'm glad you guys have the mentality where you still consider it as legitimate, and it is legitimate. I'm not downplaying anyone who does Keyshot. I'm just saying, I don't think you guys should put yourself at that level yet because you guys are still dealing with the restriction of it being in a game's map, while they have the free reign to choose an HDRI and just take you to Paris and put a Lamborghini on it. You guys should not you put yourself up to that standard where you can't achieve the same goals.
I think all of it's talent. That's
All of
why
it definitely
we have
is.
our.
Yeah.
That's why our team is how it is. Yeah, it's Fast Forza, and Forza's in the name. But like we said, we have all types of different games. Like for example, Zon was playing some ski game, and he had a whole like 5 post set of Ski Boy where he had the dude that was skiing jumping up in the air. He take a picture, then he wiped out, he take another picture. And he's just having fun within virtual photography and making it look nice. And so it's all talent because there's other people that would be like, "Yo, how did you get that picture?" And he's like, "Oh, it's in a game, and I took the picture, then edited it, and that type of stuff." And so there'd be like people, "Oh, wow, that's great. I would never be able to do that." And so it is talent at the end of the day.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. And creativity too.
Yeah, and I don't recommend like the downplaying of anyone's style of content. Everyone should just be respectful. Everyone
And
yeah.
another thing that just came to my mind because you said style of content.
Yeah.
Zon does not take we love Zon, and Zon would never honestly. At the end of the day, I don't know
Sorry,
if you know
who's
who Zon is.
is?
So Zon_FF.
Oh, sorry, I don't know
He
who that is.
he made
What?
his following off of doing what he calls dumb edits on Forza. Where he literally just go and just draw on the cars and all types of stuff. And everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, he's not taking good pictures." And I'm just like, his stuff is sick. Like it's awesome. He's over here slamming. He slammed like a warthog and stuff. Like he's just having fun on his phone, photoshopping and drawing on stuff.
I think it's about the same level as like meme edits, because he's obviously not being
Yeah.
serious. Well,
Yeah.
why it's
And
not
now
always that serious, definitely.
he said other times he's like, "Yo, Zay, can you teach me how you did this?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll teach you because you want to learn what I'm doing to make it look more realistic." I go for more realistic style edits where he goes for I'm just fucking around and having fun. And so I've always loved to help him with things, and then he helps me with things. I would have never known how to even do a light edit and put one picture on top of the other, then erase so that I have them looking like they're one picture. You know what I mean? Without him, and that's how he does all of his just crazy edits where he wide bodies a car or he's just doing just random things. And so you would think his style is completely different, but he taught me something that I use for my style. And so that's why we've brought either other games or just other styles of people together because you never know who will teach you anything.
There's definitely something to be learned in everything. Even though you don't consider it serious, it still takes some time, some know-how, some technical know-how, obviously. So yeah, that's commendable.
And look at this, right? Zon taught Z how to do lights, and Z taught me how to do lights.
On NFS?
No, on Forza, how to do light.
Yeah, so I taught one person, and then that person went and taught the other person. So we're all learning. You know what I mean? So
I remember a couple of months back when we were just all like sitting in the team Discord, and I was literally streaming my desktop for hours for Zay and everyone else just to like show them how to do certain stuff in Photoshop because some of our members never really worked with it. They mostly use Lightroom or Lightroom on their phone. And I remember Zay sitting there and being like completely blown away of what you can actually do in Photoshop with a photo and the right knowledge.
Yeah, I'm sitting there on my phone just doing Photo Fox, in-light Photo Fox photoshopping type stuff, and he's over here on the PC doing all types of crazy stuff, and I'm blown away. And so and we're literally within the same community doing these. Yes, we're doing the same thing, but we are doing it differently at the same time. And he could teach me to do things, and then I could go and teach other people, and then other people could go and teach other people. We can all just grow.
Yeah, they can all put their own different spin on it and make it unique to themselves at all times. You know, that's what makes art and
Yeah,
design, and especially this VP
Yeah.
You guys
so
are
great.
always looking to grow each other in ways that you didn't
Yeah.
expect, right? And yeah, I
I love that.
yeah, and I can say that Photoshop is not easy, you know.
Oh
For
yeah,
me
no,
to
for
do what I'm
sure.
doing
It
right
took
now,
me
I had to learn.
too long to learn it.
Yeah, I had to. It's not just learning; it's about being experienced with Photoshop, and even Joe can
Yeah,
agree
learning
that,
the
you know,
workflows and just
it's
100%.
yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull it back
Frankie
a little
actually
bit.
made it.
Yeah.
You actually made it? Oh my
I
God.
had some fans come at me out of nowhere, so
Do you want to introduce yourself?
well, I'm Fast Forza, owner of Fast Forza team, and I do virtual photography, and that's pretty
Awesome, man.
much it, to be honest.
Alright, just have to turn you up a little bit. Could you speak
Welcome.
up? Sorry.
Talk
Yeah,
louder,
yeah, hold on.
Frankie.
Yeah.
You need to scream, dude.
Talk like a big boy today.
I always have a problem with Discord, for some reason. Can you guys
So
hear
now
me?
you're here. Yeah, we can hear you. But now you're here. I really wanted to hear about the origins of Fast Forza. How did you found the team? You know, what was the inspiration to found the team, and how did that come about?
Yeah, so it was pretty random. So when I joined the community, I noticed all the teams, and I got invited to a team, and I didn't accept it because I don't know, I didn't feel like accepting it. But then I just decided to make my own team, and that's kind of how
What
it
team did you
started.
get
So
invited to?
I got invited. I think it was Freaks back at the time. Forza Freaks.
Freaks?
Yeah.
Wait, what did she invite you to?
I don't even remember.
Was it Golden Hours?
No, the team. It was Forza Freaks. So it was
Oh.
run by Mammoth and I think his name is Sleek now. Mammoth and Sleek.
Yeah.
I think they had it, and so really, what I think their team was like a.
It was like super long ago though. Like I don't even think the leads were like, because I don't remember being in Sleek or Mammoth hitting me up.
I think theirs was more of like just a community type thing, and then they did have a team, but also a community. As
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, so that's kind of.
So you just made your own
I just
team
noticed a lot of
and
teams, to be honest, and I just decided to make my own instead of joining another person's team.
So who were the original members of Fast Forza then? Are they still around today?
Already.
Help with that,
Yes.
Frankie.
Some of them are still around, but most of them have gone away already. But
So
I
out
don't
of the
know.
people that were like really original, like early 2019 days that we still have, it would be me, Forza, Chioki
yeah.
Zone, Zon_FF, Carvice, and I think that's about it. Everyone else either moved on, went to different teams, or just stopped
Yeah.
really being within VP.
Wow.
Yep.
Any other questions for our Mr. Fast Forza here, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, if you look into your team right now and you look at the member roster and you see their content, like who do you think is bringing something new to Forza, and who do you think is like inspiring you right now, especially within your own team?
Milo.
Or would Milo
from inside the team?
Yeah.
You think
Like
Milo
a person,
inspires
like a
you the
member
most?
that's inspiring me?
So what is it about his content that's like really changing what you've seen and done in like Forza VP so far?
Wait, who said Milo?
Oh right, was it not you?
It was
No,
me.
that was yeah, Zay, bro.
I
You're
think
literally answering for me.
so. Yes, because out of all of the people that we have, I think, or really him or Mammoth, because out of all of the people that we have, and this is just my opinion, they help as many people as they possibly can the most, and they try to differentiate their content the most as well.
So you're saying
And they do
you're
it
saying
great.
you're saying Rob Tax doesn't inspire you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure he does, dude. That's the thing.
I was literally just gonna like mention him.
I was waiting for the question because I wanted to say Rob
Yeah.
Tax so bad.
No, we
Yeah,
have
nah,
like a
it's
lot
not
of
that
members that
I mean-
low key make me want to try better when I
If
see their posts.
the most honest answer is everyone.
Yeah, that's the most cop out
I
answer.
love
That's the most
that.
cop out
That's some
answer. Yeah.
sentimental stuff, dude.
Because
Why don't we make it a little easier for you
Yeah.
then? So who inspires you outside of the Fast
Yeah,
Forza
that's
team?
a good
Who have
question.
you seen recently that's like really pushing the boundaries of what you can do within Forza?
It's tricky. Um,
there's a lot of people.
yeah, that's
it
the
was
thing.
about
Like,
Makes it a little bit harder.
that's
There's a lot of people
cool.
outside.
I feel like any good post I see in the community just makes me, want to do something.
Mhm.
Like post, I guess. But I don't think I have anybody that I can just call
Do y'all
out.
know who Jack Works is?
Yeah.
I love his
Yeah.
page.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I'm gonna lie.
He is one of the
Yeah, I
people
like
I
that
really
content.
love.
Yeah. It's great.
And he doesn't have. He has like, I think he has under 2,000 followers, but his page is crazy. Like some of the stuff that I see from his page. Oh, actually, you know what? The person that has really inspired me the most over the time, Kirizuna.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That name isn't brought up
100%
a lot,
agree.
but when I was first starting with the team and everything and really trying to learn to get better, that was who inspired me the most. And I think he
Same,
inspired a
same.
lot
that's
of people.
literally the same for me. I like every time I wanted to do something, I just go to his page and like to kind of take inspiration from him, and then go at it. But he was definitely a guy I looked up to before, but then I guess he stopped posting, so I don't
But
know if he
I
still
but I
posts.
think I think we're missing one special key member of this community that I think turned around and just showed a lot of people how to be, how to take a car picture and turn it into an artwork is VG.frames. This guy, I've known him
Oh,
for a long time. Ever since he started, he was, he started off like fairly, I guess, normal like everyone else. He basically posted black and white pictures. And over the time, I got to know him more and more, and we started talking in VCs, and then we started to like just share our screens on Discord and editing on Photoshop and whatnot, like basically all night long. And yeah, I mean, right now he's sort of inactive. He has some personal stuff going on, so he can't really focus on Instagram right now. But I think, in my opinion, he is the person that inspires me the most to push to better and greater things, because his stuff, every single piece he does is unique. The way he sets up his page is, if you've seen the behind the scenes, is crazy. Like the amount of work he puts in just to sort out his feed, to plan ahead
yeah.
what kind of pictures he's going to edit, the way he's going to edit them, the amount of time and work he puts into one singular picture he posts is, to this day, still insane to me. I don't know a single person that does half the work for this, I guess, one picture he posts. It's crazy, and I think for me right now he's the biggest inspiration I have.
That's a really good mindset.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my internet did cut out for a little bit, so I apologize for being super quiet.
I have another thing to add to that. Three of like, I shouldn't say the biggest people, even though they do have really big followings, is VG Frames. I just lost the other two names. VG Frames, Crowned, and FRZ.
Yeah.
Those three people have really, I mean, their content is crazy, and they.
Crown's interesting. Because I saw he's one of the biggest, like he's a videographer, right? Does he dabble in virtual photography?
He does in his Instagram.
Well?
I think he started out on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the catalyst for him to? Oh, he started on YouTube. Is that that's where he started?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he started out with like the cinematic 21:9 type of cinematics, and then this ultra high definition Need for Speed cinematography.
Yeah.
And I mean, he still posts Forza from time to time, but I think his Need for Speed stuff is
I
where
think
he like
yeah,
really shines.
in the Need for Speed sphere, because I mean, obviously we have crossovers like we do different games, but in the Need for Speed sphere, I think a lot of people on console who don't have PC yet really want to get a PC just because of that and GTA tools. Because just Crown
Oh yeah,
the
100%.
just Crown, like what he shows on the screen is just unbelievable at sometimes. Just because of like the fidelity
Yeah.
of everything. So yeah, I mean, that's the reason why he got so popular, and I think that goes to show with what you said about VG and FRZ and how they want to just elevate the art form by showing what's on the screen and just changing it completely. Think it's definitely a healthy
Yeah.
way to approach like how photography turns into an art form.
Yeah.
And real quick, I just want to remind Twitch chat, if you have any questions for the Fast Forza team at all, be sure to put them in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we do want to take questions from you guys as well instead of just asking our own things.
Definitely.
For sure.
Any questions to wrap it up? If not, then I'll just ask the general question to end it off nice and sweet.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Oh, okay. Triple Stick asked, "What's your dream?"
I think we already.
I'm assuming.
It's gonna start.
Yeah, I think we did already kind of touch on that.
I mean, Frankie wasn't here, so ask Fast Forza, what's your dream and long-term plans for Fast Forza?
I just hope you keep like finding ways to grow and like do more things than just virtual photography. Like maybe jumping into like stuff like rendering. Just stuff that can make us keep growing. Because I feel like right now we're at a limit with just a game and a map. There's nothing much we can do unless we take it just a bit from that. But if we try something new, then we can go bigger and kind of like guys like the Kaiser and stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, I have a question here that I completely forgot to put down when I was coming up with the questions. Fallen asked, what's your opinion on the other teams in the community? How's your stance on them?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much all good. There's like a lot of really good teams now. Like back then there was only like a few teams. Now there's like multiple teams now, and they all have really good members.
Yeah.
A lot of talented people.
Because I'm back from the time when Midnight Movement was a thing, and that was my team, I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah, honestly, I love Midnight Movement because everyone was so diverse there.
Yeah, and I will still rep that team till I die because I loved that team, but sadly it didn't last. But I mean, yeah, it's great to have a good stance on the other teams that you guys surround yourself with, because you guys share the same community space, right? So it's good to know.
Yeah. I think my two favorite teams, if I like have to put one on a stand, I think Chromatics is up there because every single member of them, what they're doing, I love their style. They have this one unique, gritty, old school type of way to edit their pictures and just have the aesthetic.
I would have to agree with you on that.
I love that.
I would 100% agree with you on that. I love Chromatics. If you guys, anyone from Chromatics in the chat, I love you guys. You guys are doing amazing work.
And then we have Perspectives, and Perspectives is just, I don't know, a lot of the members, they have this vision, clean shots, great composition. They're like really highly talented guys, and I love to collaborate with some of them sometime if they want to, because why not?
Fast Forza X Perspectives, make it happen 2021.
Fast Forza Perspective Chromatics, everyone hop on it, definitely.
Ooh, the triple threat.
Yeah, so I have another great question here. I think this would be the last one, but Shijima asked, do you think that Forza would have the same story as GTA in terms of content? From now, GTA has dried up a lot. They've done pretty much everything. Not a lot of original stuff anymore. Do you think Forza would plateau out that way? Going to
personally,
there's nothing.
I think it can and it can't, because I think if they like everyone's been like since when this community first started getting big, I think everybody was like, we need our next game in Japan so we can have cool places and cool lighting. I think if they do stuff like that where they give us more
It's because
more to
it's
work
literally
with.
just bad luck. Because
Yeah.
by now we should have had like 2 new forces already.
Yeah.
But everything just got delayed, and then it got delayed at the exact time this community started growing.
Yeah,
So
it's
it,
bad
we
So
were
I
just kind
think
of
timing.
stuck in the same
if we're
game
given
with the
new
same
things, then
cars.
it'll
And
grow. But if we aren't, then it'll just die out.
I think
yeah,
Mm.
also, but the Japan idea definitely doesn't sound like the healthiest to me because, like, just going by the releases, I don't think Forza would really fit the bill for the Japan idea because if they under execute this idea, that's their one shot gone for Japan, you know? And if they underwhelm us
Yeah.
and they just don't do the map justice, we're just not gonna stick around with Forza anymore. So if they're definitely gonna go with that idea, they
100%.
have to go all out. So maybe if the
And I
multi-year,
also think
yeah, go ahead.
I also think Japan just doesn't really fit the idea of Forza Horizon, at least what they're going for right now with
Exactly.
the festival setting.
Yeah.
And the game, I guess, from Forza Horizon 1 to 4, it sort of progressed in a way that Japan doesn't really make that much sense.
It doesn't fit
Maybe they're
exactly. It
gonna turn
doesn't
it
fit into the
around in a
world
way,
of
but
Forza.
right now it doesn't
That's
fit.
why, like, as much as
Yeah.
people want it, it doesn't seem like it's coming.
Yeah, and I think it's more of a stepping stone for Need for Speed to come through and get that opportunity because they definitely fit the bill for that.
Yeah.
But I just
100%.
think
I mean, I'd love places, like more
That's-
mountainous places, maybe even some Africa type beat. I don't know.
I would love that, and I would
Yeah.
also like
Like,
Horizon 1 remake.
I would like parking lots on Forza, to be honest. Like Feast Store parking lots.
Horizon
for
1
some reason.
remaster, anyone? Would love to see that.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think wherever wherever the game takes place, as long as there's good spots and good graphic or decent graphics,
Yeah.
the graphics are
I
never
mean,
perfect.
as long as
but
it's a different map, people are just gonna be happy because we're just
Yeah.
all bored of taking shots in the same spots. in
something
Horizon
new,
4.
really, as long as it's something new.
Definitely, you
Yeah.
guys are just
Yeah.
you guys are primed to take over as soon as the new Horizon comes over. You guys are gonna be ready and right there. Just
Yeah.
just
Yes,
need to
sir,
be
dude.
patient.
And then it also gives us new stuff to learn because all the games are different. Horizon 3 is not even close to how Horizon 4 is as far as lighting or just any of that. And so it'll give us something new to learn and actually figure out and then take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we get more control in the photo mode. Maybe we have more control about the weather, the lighting conditions.
The Crew 2
themselves,
did an
because right
amazing
now
job
we
with
can
that.
exactly
Yeah,
these
yeah.
features I really want to see in the next Horizon, or at least in the next Motorsport, for us to have, I guess, more control over what we do. Because right now we basically just have baked lighting. Of course, we can create a race and we can set the time of day, but that's about it. Like have a bit of weather and have a bit of sun, and that's it. Basically every single picture you take, if you find your style, looks sort of the same if you don't really do anything new every single set or every single picture.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see what comes in the future for like car people because I'm not a car photographer. I am primarily in Red Dead Redemption, but like all of like car photos I've seen, especially like in Captis, are all really good, and I'm always super impressed with it. And like I've tried to like look at the things you guys do and like figure out ways to implement that kind of techniques into my own work. And I think it's
Yeah.
really interesting. So I'm really excited to see like what happens in the future because
And you just
it's
downloaded
insane.
a setter,
People
right?
do.
You just
Yeah.
downloaded
Yeah,
a
I
setter.
did. I have one car photo, also Mario Kart.
I mean, it should.
Captis is #1 Mario Kart virtual photographer here.
It's humbling that since everyone from other communities are seeing your work on Captis, you should really they can take pages out of your book and then inspire some of their edits in different games. It's just amazing
Yeah.
in that sense. It just
Yeah,
that's a good.
for sure.
What were we saying,
True.
Elsie? Should we
Coming back to,
Oh, okay.
coming back to the start when you guys were talking about you guys kind of branching out a little bit. That's something I've loved seeing on Captis, so especially because I think you've grown your pages on Instagram to a point where you're kind of constrained to a point with what you're posting. Oh, well, that depends on the person, honestly. But then you've come to Captis and you've kind of seen a giant VP community that's just doing different things, and you guys have been able to finally just use that talent on other games and then post it on Captis, which has been like really sick to see. Especially, I know Fallen well, so I'll talk about Fallen. Like he kind of branched out into Valhalla and all these different games. It's just been it's been really awesome to see because like your VPs in Fast Forza have found that talent in car VP, and then they've been able to use that talent and switch to different games, which has just been so incredible to see. And that's one of the great things about VP is you can like switch games quite easily, and you can bring that talent over, which is like something that's just been really cool to see coming from the Fast Forza team, Perspectives team, Chromatics, like all you guys, especially like the Starts community as well. Like just seeing cool things crossovering between the two games, a couple of games. Sorry.
Yeah, I actually started a second page for like non-car virtual photography.
It's Fast Forza, right?
Yeah, plug it because I followed it.
No.
I followed it the other day.
I'm just, it's like, it's exactly what we're talking about, like how we can just take our skills from like what we learned in the car photography and just like bringing it to other games that are not car related.
You just showed up to my game, by the way. He's finally on the screen, guys. There you go. The man in the flesh driving the C8. There you go.
If none of you guys have anything else to add to all of the Fast Forza members, do you want to like plug yourselves and tell people where they can find you? Like, give us your Instagrams. I know you mentioned it earlier, but like one more time in case people.
One thing I do want to talk about though. So I would kind of want we've been talking about Instagram and Forza, but I think we should talk about Captis apps. Kind of get more
mutually beneficial.
Do it. Let's talk about Captis.
You got the CEO here. What you trying to grill me?
So I have had I kind of mentioned this before we even started when we were just chilling in here, but I have had like, of course the app is brand new, and so like I think Joe had said something about something was hit and miss on if something would work or not. So I understand that it's new, it's not everything is perfect yet, but I think like as far as us being creators on the app, I do think like discussing things and kind of saying, hey, we think this might be something that is cool. I think that's something that is a good discussion that maybe we could talk about. And then I even have a suggestion, and it's a very like just quick suggestion from one of actually my team members that said Chironade Reese. His name is Reese, but he was saying something about like maybe like a leveling up system or like a point system where, hey, you've been posting all of this blah blah blah, you've been growing, something to bring more people to the community.
Speaking about that, Joe, you want to take over and explain Ambassador for us, since that's kind of related to this?
Touch on his original question just
okay.
To start, like I think that is in our development timeline. Like that is something we want to do. It's a gaming community after all, and there's so many features that the gaming community want. And one of the best things that we're proud of as a team is that we have our Discord server. And I go about it to make my mission to answer almost every message as long as it's not about verification. And so if you go in Discord, we've got like 5 channels. You can leave feature request suggestions, and we listen. At the end of the day, we're building this app for you, right? And that's why we've got you on this podcast. That's why we have that Discord server, and that's why we're communicating with you. And we're an early stage app, and that's why we can listen to your feedback now, and we can make sure that we're building the right thing and staying on par. So going back to your point, like we've been discussing it recently about how we're going to build out something like a badge system, an award system to reward the creators and make sure that they enjoy coming onto Captis and having a nice time. But right now, I think we're still building out the core features of the app, and something that we're working on right now is the team ecosystem within Captis. That's something that's so big within VP, and it's something it's one of the big things. People want to collaborate, power in numbers, right? And there's so much creative potential in teams and producing more content. So something that we're focusing on right now is really building that strong team ecosystem so that teams can come over from Instagram, come over from wherever the platforms, Twitter, and just build a team and compete with other teams, host competitions, be able to, monetize in certain ways. And that's something that we want to do first. We want to focus on these core essential features to build out like a really nice ecosystem within the app. And with time and money and more development, and we can do these things. And we're listening to the community. We're actually a social platform that's listening to you. You can't reach out to the CEO of Instagram and ask him what he's thinking right now. So I think what makes us special right now is we're early and we can talk to you guys about what you want to do with the application. So yeah, we listen to everything, and I'm definitely taking that feedback on board, and we'll talk about it within the team.
So one big thing that I don't do personally, but I think a lot of people would really like to see is being able to post multiple pictures in one post. So like a set.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that right now.
And so that's one of the big things that I think a lot of people would like to see within the app, because I think most people post 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures within a set. And so they would love to be able to post all of those together while on Captis, and as the same that they do on Instagram.
Yeah, we are, that conversation's been had within the team plenty of times, and I think it's not a case of are we implementing it, it's a case of when we're implementing it. But implementing sets also comes with, as someone that works with I design the app, I work with the user experience. Implementing sets also, we have to consider the functionality of the app. And right now, where the app's at, implementing sets would come with other problems, which would then add more development time. And that's something we really want to do, but we have to, as a small company, we have to prioritize certain things. And so yes, sets are coming, but it's going to be something it's going to be introduced when we probably, if you want me to give you a rough timeline, I'd say a month and a half to 2 months is when you'll start seeing sets within the Captis, but it could be earlier than that. I don't want to give deadlines, but yeah.
Yeah.
But we're definitely working on getting it implemented.
Just off topic, we got rated on Forza. Thank you guys in chat. If you're rating us in Forza, thanks, I guess.
Wait, is that not a person from here?
Huh?
The guy that joined, was that somebody?
They're random
people. Yeah.
No.
How do you
Fun.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they joined, being honest.
Yeah, I think they joined from me. I have a few of them added on my Xbox account, so sorry about that. Yeah.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to touch on?
I think I see like Mammoth asked a question in the chat. He said something about the algorithm within the app and how the algorithm works, as well as does exposure, would it be based off your activity, just stuff like that is what I see he was asking.
So our discovery algorithm is based on, I can't go too much into depth because I'm obviously more in the design aspect of the app. Our CTO Andreas would be able to answer our algorithm questions more heavily, but we wanted to focus on our main feed, especially being as basic and core as we could, and that's something that I think the community wanted, was that chronological feed. And so that's what we did for the main feed. We love how that's working. Everyone likes that, and I think it rewards people that are consistent more than it rewards people that kind of disappear for a couple of months and then come back. And if I talk about the discovery algorithm, that's more based on how recently you've posted and how many likes it gets within that sort of time frame. But again, I don't want to go too heavy onto it because I don't work the discovery algorithms. But if you guys have any suggestions for how we could improve or tweak the discovery algorithms, message me on Captis. Get in the Discord, leave it in suggestions and feedback. We're all listening. We're all there to hear it. So again, we can tweak it to make it better for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else off of the the Twitch chat. I don't see anything in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. I think we could.
Yeah.
No Twitch questions.
So let me plug the creator program right now, actually, because the creator program within because the creator program is something we have so many like powerful creators in Captis, and something we want to do is give them greater exposure. So we launched the creator program recently. And we have some base level requirements, which is just that proves that the Captis community likes your content and that it's growing, your page is growing, and then you're dedicated to being a member on Captis, and you want to see the platform grow. And it's mostly application based. So when you meet those minimum requirements, you can reach out to us, and most of the times we'll reach out to you because we're aware of your profile. And then you'll do an application. And you'll just talk about your creative inspirations, what some of your favorite posts in Captis, who your favorite people on Captis are. And then we'll be able to give you a creator badge, and the creator badge will appear next to your username and your name all throughout Captis. So when you're scrolling lists, when you're looking at Discover, your page will have that that extra highlight to show that you're a Captis creator. And in times, we want to build out that we want to have Discover algorithms for the Captis creators, so people can really find who's great in the community, who's producing awesome content, inspiring content. And so if you are interested in that program, just make sure to talk to us. And eventually apply, and we hope to see some of you guys get it.
Yeah.
Try to grind for that.
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
my
definitely
goal
down
right
for
now.
that. Yeah.
Joe, is that it, or are you gonna just plug the ambassador program as well?
Yeah, so we recently launched the ambassador program as well, because we realized there's quite influential people within every gaming community, right? Not VP, just gaming clips, all this kind of stuff, and they want to their best line of work, or something they want to do and help Captis do, is grow the platform. And so some people have stepped out of producing content as much, but they also are still influential in the community, and they want to see Captis grow. And these people are important to Captis, because they're in some sense they grow the community and they build the community, and so we wanted to give them some reward and some feedback as well. So we also have the ambassador program, which if you're on board a certain amount of users, you'll be able to get a badge assigned to your name, which will also work like the creator badge, and it will show throughout the app. And if you tap that badge, it will show what level you are and how many people you've helped join the platform. And it's just to help these people, show that they're dedicated to Captis and that they really want to grow our platform. And that's what those two programs are about. And we just launched the ambassador program, so there's not even extra work involved with the ambassador program. If you share your post links on Twitter, if you share your post links on Discord, your profile links, you have the link in the bio. They all get counted towards the ambassador program, and so it's no extra work. It's literally, if you're helping the community grow, we want to give you something back for that, and that's basically what the program's built for.
It's amazing. It's an amazing addition. I think everybody should.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, everybody should definitely try.
Honestly, stuff like that, like the ambassador program and that type of stuff, that gives us more of a chance to be seen within because honestly, with Instagram, it's rough for us to get seen. Even though, yes, we do have a lot of followers all combined, sometimes it's hard to get seen. And I've noticed a lot of people get upset because, oh, hey, I'm barely growing at all, or I'm not growing at all, even though they're putting a lot of work into what they're doing. And I feel like on Captis, they would get more rewarded within.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of our core missions, right? What we want to do, and we spoke about this a little bit previously, is that something about building, an authentic virtual community of virtual creators is that it's all virtual content. There's no in real life content watering the platform down. We're not concentrating on other forms of content. It's all virtual. And so something that in the future we can do is we can offer those virtual creators that reach that they're just not going to get on any of these other platforms. It's something TikTok did great. They took this community within Instagram, within Twitter, within back then Vine. They create short form video content, and they got that reach on TikTok that they just don't get on other platforms. And I think it's a great example to talk about, and something that we want to be doing in Captis, and it's something that we want to host. It's giving those virtual creators that reach, and being, becoming large names in the virtual scene. And we want to be the home of that, and we want to help that. So that's something we want to do and grow in the future. And I think we've also just introduced global player rankings on games as well. So if you went onto Forza and you went on the game page and you went to players tab, you can see, the top content creators within Forza, and you'll also see that creator badge assigned to names, so you'll be able to quickly spot, who's producing great content within the Forza community and any game community.
Love it.
Nice.
It actually sounds wonderful.
It looks really good.
Sounds like a unique feature. Honestly, I think there's no other platform that has a feature like that. That's actually
Yeah, see
good.
that's the thing about Captis. Like other social media apps, like they're usually like the same thing. You do the
Yeah.
same old thing on it. But Captis, I don't think there's anything else like Captis out there right now.
Yeah.
At all.
So
Especially,
that's why it's gonna grow.
Like I
'cause
said
you
at the
can't
least,
find
yeah.
that anywhere else.
Like I said at the beginning, yeah, we have Instagram where it's a platform for us to show pictures, but all of the different things that go off or go on Instagram, it's for everything. And I feel like this app, Captis, helps us so much because it's more tailored to us as
Yeah.
far as gaming wise.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we are a company, we are built but at the end of the day, the creators power what Captis is. At the end of the day, we're building a tool just for you guys. And so again, I want to emphasize, because we're early, we're listening to that feedback. So just get to us, talk to us about what you'd want to see on the platform. We can prioritize it, push things up on our timeline, and just get it built, because we really want to build this community out for you guys, and we want you guys to build out the platform at the same time. It's a relationship that we're trying to build, and that's why we're getting you guys on the podcast. We want to talk to the community, talk to the community leaders, and just get the conversation started. How can we build a really incredible community here? And so far we're really proud of what we've built, and the fact that you guys are here talking to us it's an honor for me, because you guys are one of the biggest communities within VP and the car community. So I want to again thank you guys for coming on as well.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem,
for
dude.
Yeah, thank you.
We
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you
us.
guys for having us, because like honestly, even though y'all's app isn't big, like it's not an Instagram or a Twitter
Still growing.
at this point, but
I'm still
personally I see
surprised.
a whole lot of potential. And I think for y'all reaching out to us shows that y'all care about the whole scene, compared to just saying, oh, okay, hey, let's just fuck over the algorithm. That y'all are willing to work with us and have us on and reach out to us and help us grow so we can help you guys grow. And I
Exactly.
think it's honestly a great thing.
It's like
And
some apps just drop and like they just go from there, but like you guys are actually interacting with the community and like talking to the community and listening to the community. So that's great.
Exactly. We want to do it together, man.
It's a
it's a
wonderful
community.
thing.
It's a community project as much
Yeah.
as it is my own project.
And I mean, as far as like, I don't know why you guys reached out to us. I have no clue, but I feel like we can all help each other, and we're all around. We all are in this for the virtual photography scene or just the gaming scene,
Exactly.
and so I think we can all help each other. We have our niche, or however you say it, and I feel like doing this together is the best way to do it, because nobody can grow without helping each other and learning each other. And you guys don't know what we want, and we don't know what you guys want from us, but working together we can all help each other and make everything the best we can.
Yeah, and if you think about the inception of other companies, like other social media companies, they needed a community for them to strive. Like,
Yeah.
and you guys are the community, so
And I think it's all an opportunity for all of us combined as a whole to work together.
really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I think we're all just so passionate about what I'm building and what you guys are building as well, and it's just great to collaborate. I want to see creators in the virtual community become big. Like, so you talk about big people in the virtual scene now, and they're not as big as they could be, and so that's something we just want to be. We want to give empower the creators is basically one of our core mission goals.
Since everything's so online now, it's like the world's at the tip of our fingers. You have this much power.
Yeah.
Why don't we use it for good? Like showing virtual photography at home. Having somewhere to do everything you can do.
Yeah.
And even through, I mean, like, yeah, we're all going through. We all know what the world's going through right now, and everything. The whole gaming community is growing ridiculously with everybody.
Game sales are going through the charts. Yeah, definitely.
And so I think if we really want to grow, this is the perfect time.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
We're definitely bringing a lot of people together. I'm seeing more of my friends.
Yeah.
More of my friends are on the Forza game. That's beautiful, I guess.
Yeah.
And the whole squad coming.
The whole squad pulled up. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's a really good point to end on. So I just want to thank you all again for joining us. If you want to plug your socials, now would be the time. And yeah, thank
Anyone
you.
want to start plugging their socials first so I can go last?
Yeah, at Joe on Captis. Follow me.
Alright, who's next?
I mean, it's at Lloyd on
Mr.
Captis
Fast
and
Forza.
at Lloyd_FF on Instagram. Follow me there. You can find more content.
Yep, nice. Alright, mine's
Yeah,
Fast Forza on Instagram and Fast Forza on Captis.
Mine is
Same
so
thing.
it's XZAYXAY, so X and then Zay. The second Zay has an X at the beginning of it.
Oh my
And
god.
then
Alright, bro.
Dude, you're so
I
much
know
problems
it's
having so
complicated,
many
but I
X's
love
now.
it. And then my Captis is just Zay with the X as the second
Okay.
instead of the second Z.
Chuki
Nice.
Zone on Captis and Chuki Zone on Instagram. Simple and sweet.
And I am Alcivis everywhere.
And I'm Bino on Captis with a B and Xeno Access on Instagram.
Nice.
Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
it's
Yeah, thank
it's
you
been
guys
an
for
honor
having us.
having you
We're great.
guys.
Yeah,
An
it's
honor
been
being
great.
here.
Wherever you're listening to this right now, if you're on Twitch, if you're on Spotify, if you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like. We're going to be doing these every Friday with a new virtual creator or the community lead within the industry. So it's been a pleasure having you, and we'll hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions for who we should bring on next, just let us know. Let me know on Discord or Instagram or text the Captis app on Instagram to just communicate with us. Let us know.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Catch you guys.
Bye,
Catch you guys
y'all.
next week for another episode.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.